It's going longer than me.
I ended mine right in front of the house.
I know, I ended mine right at 4. Just finished my highest mileage week yet. Did 20 miles yesterday, so a total of 37 miles. Weather today is pretty opposite of yesterday. It was cold, and I had a guest with me for 4 of the miles today that I ran, and then 2 out of 6 earlier this week. And it's nice to not run alone all the time. I feel like it needs to be noted that I've kind of hit a moment this week where I'm feeling pretty apathetic towards the whole marathon training, and Dalton was nice enough to go on the run with me yesterday to at least start. We did a split because he wasn't doing the full run with me because I had to go for an hour, and he was not interested in that. So I literally told him that I think I'm just at a breaking point. Luckily this week it was like a cut back, scaled back week, which everyone should have a deloading week at some point. It's healthy and good for your body, so it couldn't have come at a better time for me. I just finished my run today, and although it still wasn't something that I was super excited about, I completed it, and it was better than I expected. But these next 7 weeks are gonna be testing my patience for my marathon training, but I also have a lot going on in my personal life and professional life aside from that. So I think that's where I'm just kind of at a breaking point, but that's normal, and I recognize that some sacrifices have to be made during the season of life, and it won't last forever. It's just 7 weeks left. This week's been less than ideal when it comes to running. Tuesday I had a migraine, so I couldn't run. Wednesday when I ran, it just felt like such a hard effort. Thursday was fine. Thursday was the best day that I had so far this week. Today I was supposed to run 12 miles, and I had like pressure underneath, like where my toes connect to the sole of my foot. And it just feels like it needs to crack, but that, like I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but I took my shoe off, tried to crack my foot. It didn't go away, and then I stopped to walk because the pressure just kept building. And I only made it 9.3 miles before it started feeling like a knife was under my foot. So then I called Dalton to come pick me up because I knew that if I just continued to run on it, there would be repercussions. And now I'm worried that this isn't going to get any better. It's hard to walk on currently. So I've just been icing, elevating. I've got like a compression thing on it. I'm hoping it'll feel better overnight. I don't understand what happened. It's literally never given me any problems at all for the duration of running ever. So it came out of nowhere. I'm scared that it's gonna be something serious and then I'm gonna have to not run. And I'm super frustrated. I mean, the good news is I did get a good amount of the run completed before this happened, and it has progressively felt a little better as the day has gone by, and I have not been on it, but it's upsetting. I feel like I failed today, but I knew that it was better to call it quits early than try to push through it and really do some damage and then really be out. So hopefully this is just a fluke. So today was the first Saturday since December 2019, aside from like when I went on a camping trip or to visit my family or out of town, where I didn't do a long run. And it feels weird. I did not get to go get my usual Saturday cup of coffee. Come on. Because that's my treat for doing my long run. And I thought about doing it anyways because it's not like I'm like choosing not to do it. I feel weird that I didn't run at all this week, just because it has been such a part of my life and it feels much longer than a week. I guess that's how you know you've been doing it a while and it's become a part of your identity, right? But I've really only missed 4 runs, and it'll be 5 tomorrow. We'll see Tuesday how it feels. I did my first walk yesterday, and obviously right now I'm going on a walk again, but I'm going at a very slow pace with a special guest. So it's fine. I was planning on not running a whole lot this weekend anyways, due to getting the second vaccine and kind of expecting to feel down and out. But you know what? I feel pretty good. I didn't have any like negative reactions. I woke up feeling a little bit run down, I guess. But honestly, I think it was just from sleeping wrong. I don't think it was anything crazy because once I started getting up and moving and not being a potato in bed, I felt a lot better. So, yeah. Still hoping that I'm going to be able to run it, but pretty nervous because I haven't been able to really put any pressure on my foot. And even now I can feel it kind of being sore, but we'll see what the next couple of days will be like, and fingers crossed it'll be good because the jacket that I had to order in advance for this race came in, and I debated on whether I wanted to buy the jacket or not. Then I was like, yeah, you're running a marathon, so let's buy it, it's worth it. And now I'm kind of like, should I have bought it? But I also got pulled for the Chicago Marathon. That's in October. I was going to take a little bit of a hiatus from running and focus more on strength training, which I still think I can do, but just not for as long as I was kind of anticipating or hoping. So, yeah, that's where I'm at currently, hoping to get back running next week. Officially 1 week and 2 days now, post injury, freak injury, that's what I'm calling it. And I guess that would be 9 days. I'm day 2 without any ibuprofen, and that's good. It's a little sore though, to put some pressure on it, and I wake up in the morning and I have a hard time walking on it, but it's getting better. Tomorrow I'm going to try a short run to see how that goes, so fingers crossed I can slowly get back into it. I'm nervous because of how painful it was, the idea of running the last several weeks to prepare for the marathon, and then the marathon itself really scares me, and I don't know how to I don't know how to help it heal faster, to be honest with you, because it's not swollen. General walking on it at this point is not bothersome. It's just, I don't know what it is. I do have a doctor's appointment next Monday. Depending on how this week goes, I may cancel it. So we'll see. So I have some sad news to report. 3 weeks ago, in the middle of my run, I started to get a searing pain. I had anticipated what I thought was going to be a stress fracture, got an x-ray. No fracture had shown up, but upon searching the internet, stress fractures don't necessarily show up on an x-ray, and often get diagnosed through MRIs. So it was right around my spring break time. I had 2 weeks left of high training before I was supposed to taper for 3, so I was 5 weeks away from my marathon, and it just wasn't happening. I knew I might have been 6 weeks actually. Regardless, I couldn't run all that week. I had woke up towards the end of the week feeling like I could run. I think I did a couple vlogs on that, and the pain started pretty quickly. So, a week after I hurt my foot, I started developing other health concerns and basically completely derailed any type of fitness because I was eating all my feelings, just feeling overwhelmed by everything. The potential thought of healthcare bills. I mean, I have insurance, but you still have to pay a portion. Just everything, not being able to run and kind of coming to terms with that. So I finally got into my doctor towards the end of my work break, got in, and since the x-ray hadn't shown anything and I had said I had already done x-rays, my doctor went ahead and referred me for an MRI. And my MRI results came in, they got posted. I read the report yesterday and saw that it was saying that my third metatarsal had an oblique fracture. So to put that in basic kindergarten terms, my third toe, the top bone of my foot that meets that toe, was cracked completely in half. I have no idea what caused it or why. I didn't have pain before this. It was just sudden. So I didn't want to say anything for hoping that maybe Thursday when I talked to my actual doctor, since I hadn't heard anything, was going to be fine. Well, she just called me a little over an hour ago to confirm what I had read on the MRI report, and I'm now going to go see a specialist for my foot. I'm supposed to run the Chicago Marathon in 6 months. When I hear that I have to go see a specialist, I have concerns. The good news is that I'm 3 weeks from the day that I had run, and she was like, don't run on it anymore. And I was like, not. I haven't tried to run or anything on it in over a week. And when I would try, it was for maybe 100 feet. So I don't think that I've really done any damage to it, but I haven't really been wearing my duck boot lately because it doesn't hurt. So I'm not sure if I should be wearing that. I guess I'll find out when I go to this podiatrist. But the good news is that I'm 3 weeks from the date of the fracture. And usually bone fractures take about 4 to 6 weeks to heal. So given the MRI showing a lot of swelling also in the area, which is weird because I can't see any swelling, I'm going to go ahead and assume that my 4 to 6 weeks of healing has already started. But again, I don't know anything until I talk to a podiatrist. And I'm really nervous about what that's going to mean in terms of if I can run the Chicago Marathon in 6 months. I'd like to run that because that's one of the 6 world majors and that's part of my bucket list. But if necessary, I did purchase the plan where if there's some sort of freak injury and I have to withdraw, that is an option. Obviously not an ideal option, not something I want to do, but it appears right now my running journey is on hold and I'm not thrilled.